What is going on, everyone? This is Dylan from WeTheCoasters. We're checking on in back at Busch Gardens Tampa. Getting ready to see what's going on here in today's visit, and of course, we get to see all the construction progress going on by the former SandSerpent. So, should be very interesting to see nonetheless. The weather is hot and scorching, so we're not going to waste our time too much out here, otherwise we'll be sweating so much here. We'll see what else is going to come on by here in today's visit. Without further ado, enjoy today's featured presentation here at WeTheCoasters. So, big thing up here, Montu is closed today. Probably wondering what's going on. There was a person in a sky bucket working on the first turn, taking the drop. So they're working on that area when we arrived at the park. However, one other thing you can notice carefully is that Falcon's Fury's not on here, and the Sky Ride's not on here. You're probably wondering what's going on with the Sky Ride. So, we do not have any official word yet, but they are doing repairs on the ride, and they are going to try to get this thing open. So I don't know what exactly is going on, but they have not confirmed if it will be closed forever or if it'll reopen. But from what I heard, they may reopen it, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, Montu will be a no-go today, which is a bummer. Alright, so a little late to get into the park, which is good. We're going to show you guys something. So SandSerpent is still on the map, but this may be the last time we'll see it, so just letting you guys know in advance. But it looks like, because Tigers is not shown on there, Tigers should be open today, which, if so, I am not complaining. Missed out on the last time I was here. It'd be good to revisit that again. But we're going to head straight out. We're going to see what the line is like for Iron Quasi, and see if it's worth a do right off the bat. Iron Quasi, 90-minute wait. Ouch. We'll definitely come back a little later on, though. So we're going to take a detour, and we're going to head over to the Pantopia area, mainly just to see what's going on with that progress of SandSerpent, and see if they've done any work. But while we're here, the penguins are here this time. Last time we were here, they were not out here at all. So, good to see that they're out here. However, oddly, they're not swimming today. Very strange. Well, one is actually. But yeah, we're going to head over to Pantopia, and we're going to see what's going on with SandSerpent all there, because we have heard ever since the ride closed on Sunday, a lot of progress has happened. So let's take a look. So I do want to showcase something before we head over to Pantopia, and it's actually curious if you're ever doing any tours and whatnot, especially for the animals. So if you do a Serengeti safari tour, or you just want to check out any information with the tours, this is the place where you have to go right here. It's called the Animal Interactions and Tours. It's right next to a bathroom and Kenya Canteen. And it's not too far from where Serengeti Flyer is. So you go into this hut right over here, or in this area here, and then you can check in here, or you want to purchase any of the tours, it'd be right over here. And they have a safari camera bubble pool right over here. That sounds like genocide. There's not much across here. This is what they look like. Wow, he's still saying, no, I'm serious, guys. But anyways, let's head over to Pantopia. Welcome to Pantopia. As you can see, this will probably be the eye to keep an eye on for 2024 and possibly even 2025 along the way. So let's address the first thing while we're here on video and that we're showcasing here. Falcon's Fury is open and is currently a 5-minute wait, which would mean it's a walk-on. Or you may have to wait a station wait, depending on how it will be. But ever since the whole thing that's been happening with how the ride's been breaking down a whole lot, yeah, it's really ruined the ride's reputation. And now the new thing over here is this: work walls be around the area where Busch Flyers are, as well as the kiddie train and the motorcycles have all closed down, and they possibly may get rid of all three. Possibly. I can only see one ride saying it's Busch Flyers. But here's the big thing I want to show. SandSerpent, well, they're not wasting any time at all. They're actually demolishing the track. And man, they've already mangled the whole thing. Look at this. Station is gone. Parts of the Wild Mouse area are gone where the turns are at. Man, they just said to heck with it. Let's go, it's time. So they have definitely gotten rid of the track, to say the least. Let's see if we get another view of it. So this area here is where the haunted house would normally be, right over here. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep in there because I don't want to get myself in some trouble. But wow, the drop area as well as Punch of the Wild Mouse, they have just mangled that up. Wow, that is a view to say the least. But yeah, they have definitely said, forget it. It is not going to be relocated at all. They're scrapping this ride. And this, technically, Wild Mouse has been around for at least more than 20 years, respectively, from both Busch Gardens Williamsburg and Busch Gardens Tampa. But wow, they have definitely mangled this thing to say the least. Scorpion. Haven't been on this ride in quite some time. Currently a 15-minute wait. Let's see if it's still 15 minutes. So let's hop on. So it looks like we are waiting on Scorpion because it broke down. That figures. So I'm gonna wait with Lynn, and she'll probably do Falcon's Fury as she gets here. So we're gonna wait on the Falcon's Fury thing because we're gonna head to Serengeti Flyer right off the bat. And Lynn's here, rocking the new Fury shirt that we got at Carowinds.
Hey,
so this is technically your first.
Way. Thank you.
This is technically your first trip to the Florida park since that trip, right? So.
Correct.
Feels great that you're back here though, huh? Which I want to showcase the back real quick. That shirt is awesome. I do love it. So we're gonna hop on and see how it goes from here. So yeah, should be awesome. Oh, she's shaky.
So we're here, about to do Falcon's Fury. Of course, just me only, because he is a bit too tall. Just by 1 inch, sadly.
You gotta love Intamin, they hate tall people.
Yeah. So far, Falcon's Fury has been working pretty well so far, so hopefully I don't get Intamin again today.
Yeah, right now 5-minute wait, so that's at least a good sign at least.
Just 5 minutes. It's been going pretty smoothly. So, also, depending on where you sit, you can actually see the destruction of a scorpion.
SandSerpent.
SandSerpent, yeah. Whatever. Scorpion's still open, guys. But it broke down, but I mean, it's still open. Anyway, let's hop on. What I meant to say was SandSerpent, and it's right over there. They're working on it. And if you look more to your left, you can see Kumba. Way up there. I can't really get the right angle, but yeah, it is what it is. So pretty. 3, 2, 1, tilt! Oh, yay. For a second, I thought I was going to fall out of my seat, but, yeah. And landed.
All right, next up, Iron Gwazi. And our chariot has arrived. We just did a back row ride, as you could see. So this was her first ride since doing Air Force One, Fun Spot Atlanta.
Still not.
So let me just explain something real quick if you have not ridden Air Force One yet. So I think Iron Gwazi is just a little better than Air Force. I mean, both rides have incredible pacing, but the thing with Air Force One is that ending finale, oh my God, you feel bruised on that one. But this one there is just smooth and graceful and fast. Lynn?
That's for the airtime, though.
Yeah, what did you think was like the difference between both this and Air Force?
Now, Air Force, I mean, their inversions are way better, in my opinion. But
I'll agree.
The airtime just hurts.
A little bit, yeah. Well, especially the ending. Yeah.
Nothing interesting.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. So the ending on Air Force One, it's a quad down, but you're just getting absolutely yonked on the ride. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, it's fun, but if you're the person that tries to marathon that ride, it honestly hurts. And I'm gonna show you this. Like, Lynn, showcase real quick where you got hit the worst on that one. It was like the shins and the legs. Yeah, so like right over there, that's where we both really felt it on the ride. But it was still good. It was still fun.
Yes. Also the location.
Yeah, the location's nice. But if you ever do make your way to Fun Spot Atlanta, definitely do check out Air Force One. It is so good. If
you actually make your way up there.
That's true. But overall, I mean, we both enjoyed Air Force One, and that was my 100th roller coaster I ever got to do. But I think we both hold a place in our heart for Iron Gwazi, not just for, you know, the reasons that we were there during opening and when we met and all that, but just, I mean, ride overall, it's more complete. That's just in our honest opinion, right? So.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see where we head to next. Tigress. Good news, guys. It has reopened. Right now, a 40-minute wait, but we'll skip out on this one for today. But good to see this back open. I'm pretty sure Tempesto at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and Steel Eel at SeaWorld San Diego are open as well. So I want to show you guys real quick as we're near the Stanley Falls Flume ride. This is one of the stations where the Skyride is. If you notice very carefully, this sign holder is where normally it'd say Skyride. It's not on there. However, Busch Gardens has not fully announced that this ride is closed or whatnot, but it's off the maintenance list. So it really does make you wonder what's going on within this area. I do hope they can eventually reopen this, but the need for parts has been an absolute nightmare. Fingers crossed. And more work on SandSerpent. Wow, they really destroyed more structure just within like a couple hours span than what they did. There it goes. Oh my God, that's wild. We're gonna give you one last look of SandSerpent's demolition right over here. Deconstruction. And you could see within a 3-hour span, they went from having half the structure to a quarter of the structure that's left. And they're just banging the steel and just tearing it apart. Now what they have is a paw claw. So they have a paw right over here, and there is a bit of a paw claw right over here where it grabs the steel and whatnot. Now you see, the only thing that's left after making this clip right now would be the brake run, which is like just a little bit over here with like the scaffolding and maybe a little bit of the track going around here. And then the lift hill, as well as what would be like the first straightaway, and then into the first big hairpin turn to then take the second. And that is it. Everything else is gone. That is wild. Cannot believe it. 3-hour span definitely changed a lot. Yep. Thanks for everything, SandSerpent. You will somewhat be missed. Whatever happens next, best of luck to you.
My name is Leon, and yeah. Hi, my name is Mohammed. Subscribe to WeTheCoasters.
All right, as you can see there, they have done deconstruction of SandSerpent, and as of making the clip right now, they only have the lift hill, and that's it. Just a full lift hill going like that, and that's it. No more. So it's interesting, but the main thing that I have to take away from this is that if they're doing it within 3 days after closing down the roller coaster, something big is happening. I can't put my finger on it of what exactly they're going to do, but I'm just going to address one elephant out of the room. If it's really the Giga Coaster that everyone has been raving about like crazy, like, come here folks, listen, if it really is that Giga, I don't blame Busch for starting now, but in July though, out of all times, it's interesting. It really, really is. But that tells you they're really wanting to push that project big time. If it's something else, I don't think it really makes a lot of sense. And especially with all the walls that are, you know, blocking the whole area, I'm telling you folks, this is big. It's really, really big. Lynn, I gotta ask you real quick. Do you really think it's that Giga?
Only time will tell is what I have to say.
I've been so back and forth about it.
Remind me, there isn't a Giga in Florida, right?
No.
There is not. But who is going
as of right now? As of right now.
Who's going to be the first park who gets it?
The only realistic park would be this one. Like, realistically, it's this park.
But then again, the Busch Gardens over in Williamsburg doesn't have a Giga.
No, they have a Hyper.
They're kind of competing with King's Dominion, if you're familiar.
Yeah. And for the record, King's Dominion does have a Giga Coaster in I-305, or Intimidator 305 to be more exact. But I do want to say though, I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think? Are they really doing that Giga Coaster in that spot? Or are they just going to be trolling people by doing that family suspended coaster made by Vekoma? Or something else even random?
Or they could do an Orion.
That's still technically a Giga, but that's still, you're funny.
I don't know what people are saying.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I say this. I don't ever see this happening, but God forbid, hear me out as I say this. if they pull a wild card move and put a mock extreme spinner, Busch Gardens, you'd make me the most excited 28-year-old out of anybody coming to this park. I don't think it's a mock extreme spinner because I don't see that happening, but if they did, you guys would make me super pumped and excited. But anyways, as we have passed through Jungala into Stanleyville, we're gonna head to Shikra, so let's hop on now.
Is up there. Show it to the camera. Ah, they're still going up. We missed it. There might be stuff up there. Nope.
More Hollow Scream stuff, as you could see, some jack-o'-lanterns over here. And they're all around this area right over here. Look at this one. Spooky. That's gonna start in September. Should be very interesting to see what will be done. But this whole area is being transformed. Can't wait. Here we go. Oh yeah! Better than bed jets. Woo! Oh, she's flying. Woo! Yeah! 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 Woo! Oh yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! 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 This ride is awesome. I can't help it. All right, we just did row 9, our second ride on Iron Gwazi, and it'll probably be the last ride for the day because we gotta get going. We're heading over to Universal tomorrow, so we gotta get going to beat out the traffic because the traffic we've seen on our maps sucks. It looks terrible. Probably the worst traffic I've seen in a while. Ride was good. Lynn, did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Which is good, but oh my God, those dispatches were horrendous.
300 seconds.
Yeah. AKA 5-minute dispatches. I mean, better than Nighthawk and Carowinds, but still, that was bad. That was brutal. But yeah, it is what it is. You only can do what you can, but oh my God, you know, probably about accurate for a 45-minute wait, but yeah, that was interesting to say the least. But overall, still a fun ride though. But can't wait to go back to Cedar Point to see if Steel Vengeance, if it's going to be number 2 to me still to Iron Gwazi, but we'll see. All right, guys, that'll do it for our visit here at Busch Gardens Tampa. What a good fun day overall. Definitely on the hotter side to say the least, but still very fun overall. We got to see some deconstruction of SandSerpent. We got to do a few rides as we were here. Technically, for both of us, well, for you, you know, your first trip back to Busch. So I got to ask you, Lynn, real quick, how was it with the difference between Carowinds and Busch Gardens Tampa?
No, you gotta sign a waiver for this.
But you notice a big difference though from both the visits though?
There are 2 different parks, obviously. One has a giga, one doesn't.
For now.
Main difference. Second difference, seatbelts. They also hype you before they send off trains. You can't really compare apples to oranges, honestly. I mean, they're both theme parks, but
they'll be famous, don't worry.
you're gonna grow up to be famous.
But yeah, you had a good time though.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely a good trip before we head off to the big adventure.
Yeah. And like I said in the very end, we'll be over at Universal tomorrow, so should be interesting to say the least. And then for her sake, the next time we see her, she'll be up in Ohio.
Or at least,
yeah.
Are you gonna record a little bit? I mean, when we're at the airport, or are you gonna be like?
Well, I mean, well, maybe we'll see.
I mean, probably on Instagram, obviously.
Oh, of course. But yeah, if you haven't followed us yet on all our socials, we are on Instagram, we are on Threads, we're on Twitter. So if you want to follow that as well, check it out in the description down below if you haven't missed it already. Until then, I'm Dylan, that's Lynn. We will see you guys later till the next video. Until then, I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one, guys. I'm out. See you later.